Could also
Sorry, I
take the
didn't.
shield.
Well, you already have a shield.
You do?
Yep. You picked it in the second book.
Oh.
Yeah, we still have the round shield that blocks things.
Oh. Well. I think we should bring some food, but then again, because I think we have to cross through the wildlands.
It could. It's possible that we'll have to if things don't go according to plan.
Else
So
there
yeah,
is-
I'd say rations will be. I would prefer if we brought rations.
There's 5, and you may pick 6 items. So if you take all rations, well, you can also just take some of them. It's up to you.
What else was there? There was the chainmail and the...
And the 5 rations and the 2 healing potions.
Well, then we might pick 6 links.
Yeah.
Then I think we should take the chainmail, the healing potions, and 3 rations.
Okay. Rana, can you write that
let me
down,
see.
please?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be writing it down as soon as I can. Let me see. Healing potion.
2.
Okay, healing potion. 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh, and do remember you have 8 spaces in your backpack.
Aye. But how much does the healing potion heal exactly?
4 endurance points per potion. Now, see, that would say that means that's enough for 8 endurance points total.
Okay, let me see. That was the healing potions, and then there were the rations.
Yeah, there were 3 rations, each of which also take a space.
Okay, let me see.
How many items do you have in your backpack now?
I will give you a list in a moment. Let me see. Rations. It was 3 rations. And how much does each ration restore?
They don't restore anything, therefore, when you need to eat.
Okay. Okay, give me a moment. And you wanted an answer to what we had in our backpack at the moment?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, you should have 3 rations, 3 healing potions at this point, and a rope, which counts for 2 items.
Yeah, okay, I can see I made a little mistake here. I sorted the healing potion under the Lamberg's potion. 2 different kinds of things that heals you.
Well, do they heal 4 endurance points?
The healing potion heals 4 points and the Lamberg potion heals 5.
Well, in that case, they're not the same. Well, they are all Lamberg potions, but they're different potency. But that still means there's 3 of them.
Indeed.
And there's 3 meals.
Yes.
And there's the
That's
rope,
6.
which counts for 2 items.
That's 8.
Yeah, that means your backpack is full. So if you find another backpack item, you will either have to leave it behind or replace one thing. Just saying.
Yeah.
Also,
You'll figure it out.
Also, you pick the chainmail waistcoat, so you may replace the padded leather coat with a chainmail waistcoat. And that means your endurance point goes up by 2, because this gives a 4-point bonus.
Okay, let me see. What was it that added bonus? That was
the chainmail waistcoat. Gives +4. But since you remove the padded waistcoat, which gives +2, it just gives you an extra +2.
okay. That is a 4 in total.
Right. So you should have
Okay.
34 endurance points. Am I right?
Let me just check. Yeah, 34.
Okay. Also, you've gone up another level. So, and there's 2 different titles for this level. So I guess you may choose. You can either be a Kai Warmon, or a Kai journeyman? I guess the first one's only if you're Jamaican.
Also, considering how much we run around the journeyman, it should be kind of obvious that you're getting good at traveling. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say
Journeyman.
journeyman.
Okay, then
Same
you
here.
are Kai journeyman.
Level, what was it again?
8.
Level 8. Okay. But before we continue, the entire inventory of our backpack would go as the following, or at least this is what I have on my list. I have the following: fur blanket, rope, Foden Lemberg's
Throw the
fur
blanket away.
portion.
Dude, throw the blanket away. We don't need it.
Alright. The healing potions, the rations, the diamond.
The diamond is a special item.
Yeah.
You do remember
Okay,
that
hold
there are
on.
some things that are special items and something that are backpack items. I specifically mentioned when they are.
Okay. And then
You
there is...
mentioned it during all of the adventures. You did remember that, right?
Yeah, either... I'm not sure if I remembered or if I remember to write it on the special or if I just inserted it as just an item.
Well, since you have limited inventory, you should really pay attention to when I say it's not a backpack item, because that means it shouldn't be listed with them to avoid confusion.
Okay. Alright, I can just make a box for that later on. Let me... No, wait. I already have an answer, but I will be doing that while you talk.
Okay. And what's the rest there is in the backpack?
There was the blue stone triangle on map of
Special
Kalte.
item.
Yeah, I thought so. And now our map of southern Sommerlund, and our bad office, and the red pass that I also forgot, and our belt pouch.
Yeah, and they were all special items.
Yeah, I'm going to insert them here in a moment.
But yeah, that means you have 8 items in your backpack right now. The 3 potions, the 3 rations, and the 2 space rope.
Yep.
Right. We have some Kai wisdom. Your mission will be fraught with danger, for you're about to venture into the bleak and hostile wildlands of the south. Use the map to help you plot your course to Ruanon. Make notes as you progress through the story, for they will be of great help in future adventures. Many things that you'll find will aid you during your adventure. Some special items will be of use in future lone wolf adventures, and others may be red herrings of no real use at all. So be selective in what you decide to keep. There are several routes to Ruanon, but only one will enable you to reach the mining town and find Captain Dival with the minimum of danger. A wise choice of Kai disciplines and a great deal of courage should enable any player to complete the mission, no matter how weak his initial combat skill and endurance point score. Successful completion of previous Lone Wolf adventures is not essential for the success of this quest, though it does make it a hell of a lot easier. Good luck! For 3 days, you lead your brave company of rangers across the lush plains of southern Sommerlund on the first stage of your urgent mission. The flat, treeless, thank God, fields surround you with a seemingly endless expanse of wheat, so high that even though you are in the saddle, it reaches well above your knees. Your horses seem to be swimming through a vast yellow sea of corn, but it's only interrupted by an occasional track or group of isolated farmhouses. I'm sorry, why are you wading through people's fields instead of following a road?
I think
No
we all
idea.
on the road, and the fields are on to the sides of the road.
Ah.
So the scarecrow who's standing out in the fields, it looks like we are wading through a sea of corn.
Okay.
He's our narrator for this piece.
Huh. So we've been followed by the
Shit.
Bose Scarecrow. I don't know whether that's intriguing or frightening.
At
But-
least it is not the Jeepers Creeper.
The Southerners welcome your sudden appearance, but you only make the briefest stops for food and rest, neither wishing to risk becoming a burden, nor alarm these good people with your mission. By noon on the 4th day, you reach the pass of Moitura. Here, the plains give way to the broken foothills of the Durncrag Mountains. You soon reach a highway, the surface cracked and full of potholes, heading off towards the south. This is the notorious Ruanon Pike. South of the pass, the Ruanon Pikes crosses 100 miles of open territory known as Raiders Road. Bandit tribes from the wildlands, and Giak war bands from the mountains of the west frequently ambush those who travel along the pike, and the regular shipment of gold and gems from the mines of Ruanun have sometimes yielded rich pickings to these merciless robbers. Point and flankers, you shout, and immediately 3 groups of raiders peel away from the column and spur the horses to a gallop. You watch with pride as the expert horsemen take up their scouting positions to the front and side of the company. It is late afternoon when a ranger scout approaches the company from the west. He points towards a craggy outcrop with a thin spiral of wood smoke, betrays a hut hidden beneath the overhanging rock. Do you wish to investigate the hut, or would you rather ignore it and continue along the road?
Well, we don't really have a time limit this time, so I suppose we could do it. What do you guys say?
We were just told that the places are full of robbers. But
Yes,
yeah,
but
sure.
we've got armed guards with us.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what the hell is up with the smoking hut.
And
Maybe it's Pizza Hut.
then they would be competition to our burger company. We cannot allow them to continue to exist. An escort of 5 rangers accompanies you along the twisting narrow track that leads to the hut. The rough stone walls are covered with a damp moss, into which is set a curious oval door. There are no windows. You dismounted and are approaching the door when suddenly a man's voice calls from inside the hut. Come in, lone wolf. I've been expecting you. Do you wish to enter? Or do you wish to kick the door open with a weapon in your hand? Or would you rather send in one of your cronies in?
Let's try walking in. If it's someone who knows who it, this person clearly knows who we are, even though he hasn't seen us or anything. So it's probably a mage or something, or a seer. So trying to barge in on will probably not end well for us. Maybe he predict that. So I suggest just trying to walk in peacefully.
Let's be nice to the weird guy who knows who we are.
In the dim light of the interior, you see an old man seated at a table. The flicker of a log fire is all that illuminates this foul-smelling hovel. Yet it sheds enough light for you to see the clutters of charts and strange instruments that crowd the hut. The man slowly raises his gaze from a large crystal sphere and pitches it opposite him. You know my name. How? You ask wearily. The stars foretold our meeting long ago, lone wolf, he replies, slowly passing his withered old hand around the sphere. Be not alarmed by my knowledge, for I wish only to aid you. He produces a small scroll of parchment from within his robe, and he hands it to you. Upon the scroll is written the following verse. When the full moon shines over the temple deep, a sacrifice will stir from sleep. The legions of a long-forgotten lord, when a farewell made on the altar dies, the dead of Mokengard shall rise to claim their long-awaited reward. Now that rhyme is just inconsistent.
Okay,
Take no verse given to us by
trying to.
old man in the hut.
Yes. Could you shut off the camera for a moment and then recite that? I don't think we should waste the viewers' time with you repeating yourself.
Sure. Also, there's a picture of the guy, so I might as well send that straight away.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be right back.